Hey, what's up, Squatch Ranger YouTube channel? This is the Squatch Ranger, Ryan, coming at you. The NOBRO group, some of us are meeting up today at Stinchcomb Wildlife Refuge here in Oklahoma City. Today it's around 53 degrees, feels like 47 with a 20 to 21 mile per hour winds. I'm already here a little bit early. I've already seen some dog walkers, some joggers. Several different people have been coming to the park and still bearing the cooler weather. It's jacket weather, it's windy, so sometimes it's not very fun to hike if it's super windy. But we are troopers, we are here. We're gonna meet up at noon. It is January 15th. It's the day before Martin Luther King Day. We are gonna meet up with Mr. H. He was featured on Squatch Ranger Files, the Stinchcomb Shadow episode. He's gonna show us around and show us some spots where he's actually experienced Sasquatch activity here at Stinchcomb. So that's a treat. We are really looking forward to that. We will show you more things we find as we go. As always, thanks for watching Squatch Ranger.
Howdy the Sevens. We are out here with our Native Oklahoma Bigfoot Research Organization, NOBRO. We're at the Stinchcomb Wildlife Refuge, part of the Oklahoma City Park System, far northwest side of Oklahoma City, along the North Canadian River. It's January the 15th, but fairly decent weather, just a little windy and cool today. But we are just exploring the refuge, have some new folks with us, and we're going to have a person here in a little while that has had some experiences out here and is going to show us where he's had some encounter type activities. So we're just taking our time, working our way north along the trails. So we're expecting a good day. Yeah, the thing about out here is there's so much storm damage from ice storms, thunderstorms, that there's limbs and trees down everywhere. But still there's some odd things that can catch your eye and can be interesting to analyze, but you just have to be real careful.
So we're hiking along the trails and Jody's brand new GoPro camera made some noises and then shut off. And she had a full charge and now it's not working. So my camera obviously is still working because I'm recording this, but it's kind of strange. A lot of people associate technology and electronics sometimes when you have issues or interference. Some people claim that the Bigfoot or the Sasquatch might have something to do with that. So who knows? But yeah, that does stink. She's really frustrated. She's a little frustrated because she just got that, and it was like one of her first times out with us to use it, and now it's kind of gone bonkers or something. So Not sure what's going on there, but maybe we can go back and watch her footage and maybe we'll have a better explanation later.
So we found an interesting structure here along the riverbank. Jody has crawled in there to see if there's any possibly long strands of hair or any kind of other evidence left behind.
I believe they're staying here long term. I think the wilderness here would easily support a small family. Last year when we came here to Stinchcomb, we did hear some wood knocks. Possibly we were being flanked when we were walking back to our cars. It's a beautiful day, considering it's January. It's probably 60 degrees out. So hopefully towards dusk we'll get some activity. Well, in his interview, I'd almost like to hear him repeat all of that while he's here. Show us the areas where the action may have happened.
So we found another structure type thing. We're discussing it. Looks like easily could have been made by humans. Probably was, but it's interesting. And it's just a few feet from the stick structure that Jody was just sitting in. It's just that one is just literally right over there. And then you just come right over here. And the team is telling me that this one, they don't recall was here last March when they discovered that other stick structure just over there. This one was not there, so this one has been added since. Alright, Jody's investigating for hairs that might be inside there. Taking some pictures of what it looks inside.
Do you hear that?
Yeah. I think that might have been just the wind. Yeah. The wind pushes the tops of the trees and they'll hit together and it can sound like a wood knock sometimes on windy days.
Tied in place several.
Oh, there's some other vines?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So they're inside there.
Together.
Okay, so that definitely took some extra effort and intelligence. Okay, can somebody on the YouTube channel, if you recognize this type of scat, please comment in and let us know what this is. We don't think it's canine. It's too short and stumpy, in our opinion. What kind of scat do you think this is? This is like back here in the middle of Stinchcomb where it is hard to get to. This is not where the dog walkers go. This is back in here. We're bushwhacking a little bit to get back in here.
So we had finished the trail hike coming all the way down the river and back to the perimeter road earlier this afternoon, up to the power line break. And we were walking down to the power line break, and in the middle of the perimeter road was a footprint, just a single footprint. We looked all around to see if we could find another one. It's a shallow print. It was about 12 inches. We've got some photos of that we'll insert, but yeah, that's been an interesting find today.
We're walking in this lane here, and this was all grown way out. In the picture you can see it, but something grabbed like right here behind her leg, and so she jumped. I turned around, the dog's running backwards away from it, and it's kind of like, what was it? Like, it just got your attention. The second one, it shook a whole section. And I don't remember if it was this over here or this one here. That's what I was saying. I later came back because you couldn't see through any of this.
Right.
I later came back and that's when I noticed it had to have been real tall to do it. Did you ever look at that? It's about 8 foot, maybe higher.
The drop down right there.
And so something that we heard it run up, and then it shook, went away. Came up, did it one more time, and was gone. And that's when we went up there around the corner, and this was a lot more grown up again, but there was just almost a tunnel right to it. And I always say it, I think it was my height, because I'm looking at it, and it was almost eye to eye, but I don't know if the ground actually goes up that high or not. But it was sitting right in front of that pine tree, just back to me, sitting there like this, and it's close enough you can see it.
Wow.
You can see it
You
breathing.
said you could see the
Oh, I can
chest
see it.
breathing?
Yeah, I can see it
Wow.
raise up.
And it was on 2 feet.
Yeah. There was, at that time, the shrubs were grown up,
Yeah.
so I couldn't see past the lower back. But I saw everything from there up, and it's
Well, it sure looks like toes and a mid-tarsal break, huh?
Yeah. And you guys did measure it?
Mhm.
Let's measure it on camera. So the toes are on this side,
Yeah, the big toes.
and we think it's a right foot,
Yes.
and we say it's around 12, just under 12.
Close. Yeah. Hard to tell. It could be. Let's look. 11.
11. Yeah, and how wide? Did you guys measure the width?
Over 5 inches. Or
Five.
5.
5 inches. Okay. So that's in the range
Yeah, sure is.
of the width length
Yeah.
range. That's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
this is
you
just
can, you can tell it's kind of. You can see.
what can you see, Tom?
Well, you can kind of see that big toe, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of coming down.
sure
Big
can.
tarsal break. Big heel.
We've been walking with Mr. H. He's been telling us all of his stories, and Evans and Jody and William. Hey, Will. They all found it. I was on my way back to meet Tom and Mr. H, and they found this track. It's a pretty good track. And I think we're almost to the power line cut. Not quite, but we're almost to the power line cut, so I'll put a pinpoint on the video so you can see exactly where we found the track.
Some of them could be 11.
The Ho Chi Minh Trail.
You changed them short?
Yeah. So I'm following Tom. So Evans and Jody and Chris and Charlotte, they've been down here in the marsh area while I went and hiked with Mr. H. And they said they found some tracks. So they're going to show them to me. One of them was 20 to 21 inches. So we're going to come out here and film it and take a look-see in the dark.
That almost looks like a toe, don't it?
Oh my gosh. Did you guys measure that?
20 inches.
20 inches.
And what was the width?
Oh gosh, it's got to be. Well, let's see. We can find out.
Let's do it right now. Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Biggest one I've ever seen.
Yep, me too.
7 inches.
7 inches by 20.
Yep.
So do you think that's a left foot then?
That would be my guess. But
It looks like they just kind of look at this one. So it's kind of like they just wandered around out here. There's not
looking
any
for
real.
clams or something.
Yeah. But there's all different sizes.
Yeah, I'd say a family.
Hey, here's
Yeah, look at it compared to Tom's foot. What size do you wear, Tom?
Oh, 9.
9?
I don't have nothing to brag about, but that's still a footprint. I did not see them.
Is that
I didn't-
crazy?
This is the 21 inch. 21. 21 by 7 again. About 7 or 8 at the widest.
That's pretty amazing.
What our human's width is what, 2.5 to 3 inches? 3.5, so 2.5 to 3.5.
That's 16 inches.
Those are impressive, aren't they?
It looks like, so what this whitish looking stuff is, it's a thin film of the cattail seeds.
Sure is, ain't it?
And so what we thought was, if this area had a couple inches of water on it and the seeds were floating, every time they would step, they were pressing those seeds into the dirt or into the silt. I don't know, what do you think?
Here, take a picture.
These are the biggest ones out there.
Crazy.
Because you can literally peel that out of there.
Oh wow.
It's just it's cattail seeds. They're just pressed down. So we're back at the parking area. It's just a little after sundown. Getting dark. We're wrapping up the day. The group kind of split into two on the way back. We had my hip was killing me, so I came back to rest for a little bit here at the main parking area, which overlooks a large area of marsh that, with the ongoing drought now, is completely dry. There's, as you can see, there's areas of very tall cattails behind me leading out to the marsh, and several trails leading out there. So I went out to check, because we have found footprints out there before, and out in the middle of the marsh where the ground is dry now, we found several large footprints. They're older, probably before the marsh completely dried out, but we measured prints, and we'll have some pictures of those, up to 21 inches, everywhere from about 17 to 21 inches. So it looked like they were just wandering around out there digging up mussel shells, so feeding on the freshwater clams and whatever else they could probably catch. It looked like it occurred when there was maybe an inch or two of water still out there, and so that made the digging for the mussels easier. And the footsteps wandered in all directions, but some of them were huge, and we'll have photos of those. So it was a very productive day out there. We kind of found this at the last minute. We'd found prints out there in the past, so we decided to go out there and just check before we left. Wasn't sure how muddy it was, but fortunately it was dry, so we could walk almost down to the river bridge and back, and found hundreds of footprints. So we'll put some of the better ones in photos on the video. Anyway, it's been a great day. We've had some new folks involved, and so we're just really pleased with how it went. Thanks.